Hello, my dear YouTube family. Welcome back to the channel. So, today we are diving into something every job seeker and fresher must know. Yes, the do's and don'ts of using LinkedIn. So, while you use LinkedIn, there are some things which you do and some things which you avoid doing. So, whether you are just starting your career or still in college, this video will help you to use LinkedIn the right way to grow your network and land your first job. Now here in this video, I'll show you 10 do's and don'ts against the do's uh, one by one and with an example. So you can just relate with your profile and set up your LinkedIn profile accordingly. So without wasting time, let's get on this video. So the very first thing you must do on a LinkedIn is you should have a professional profile picture because your photo is the first thing recruiters and professionals see. Like for example, a professional photo signals seriousness and builds trust within your recruiters. Like for example, here you can see that Ishita, a business development manager, has uploaded a photo in a nice way. She is naturally smiling, you can see, and there is background also added over here. This is kind of not a selfie or any group photo. So this looks very professional. And against this, do what you don't have to do is do not use group photos or selfies, as I said. For an example, here you can see that Mosam has uploaded a selfie on the LinkedIn profile, which is not looking at all professional, and your HRs will be least interested in those profile who are not serious at all in creating the LinkedIn profile. So what you can do is, if you don't have a professional photography camera, just use your phone with a natural light near a window, and you can ask your friend to click on it, click the photo of yours, and make sure that 60% of the profile area is covered by your face and not your body. The recruiters don't look the full body of yours. It just focus on your face, how you actually look. So this is the first thing which you must take care while using LinkedIn. Now let us move on to the second do's, and that is you should write a keyword rich, clear headline on your profile. So your headline help you to get discovered in searches. It should reflect your current stage and what you do and what you aspire to be, right? For example, final year BTech student, aspiring software developer, Python, C++, web dev, and what else? What else you can add? For example, here uh, Abhyuday Namdev. He is an entrepreneur, founder at Monk 3D, and what else he do is driving excellence in additive manufacturing and 3D printing. Right. So here he has added a very detailed of headline of his profile, and it is clearly stating what he does and what you should don't do is on the opposite side of this, like leaving a uh, vague tagline, like for example looking for a job. Or here I have another example where Maimuna has added that she's a computer science student, right? This doesn't state anything what else she is doing or what else she is focused on, right? And on top of this, what else you can do is, if you are a student, don't write student at XYZ university. You can write open to work and add a pipe delimiter over there and say that you are interested in what field, like for example data analytics, and you can add your software skills as well, like Excel, SQL, Power BI, etc. So don't just write student at let's say XYZ university. Just focus on uh, the things which you are interested in, as I said. So this is all about second do's and don'ts. Let's move on to now the third do's and don'ts. So the third is write a strong personalized about section. Right, the about section is your elevator pitch, and share your story, what else you are studying, your interests, what you are building, and what you are actually looking for. For example, here I have about of Nivedika, right? Although this about is taken from an experienced person, but here you can see that she has started from a purpose-led entrepreneur, a design thinker, and what the quality she has, and after working for years, what she achieved, right? And what she actually believes in, that the particular field is that she is in, right? And what actually catchy about this about section of Nivedika is she has also added her core values and what the mission of uh, here in that particular industry is, right? And against this, you should not use glitches like hardworking, honest, and punctual like that. This is very generic traits. These are seen in thousands of profile, and this doesn't show a unique value, right? For example, here I have taken this about from an HR recruiter. She might be or he might be an experienced one, but she doesn't added any specific thing about her. So what else you can write is replace this with an actual actions or achievements like completed 5 certifications and led a college tech event, or your current job role. Or if you are a student, I said earlier that don't write a student at XYZ university. You can seeking for a job, and the example which I gave you, that would be very helpful, instead of just writing a vague about section over here. Now with this, let's move on to the fourth do's and don'ts, and that is share your learning journey as posts, because posting about your growth shows you are active and very serious about your career, right? It builds a credibility and visibility to the recruiters. If I give you an example, you can say that you have just finished the Excel for Beginner course, which it offers by, let's say, LinkedIn Learning, and learn functions like VLOOKUP, pivot tables, and for conditional formatting, and what else you have learned over there, and created a dashboard to track monthly expenses and whatnot. If I give you another example, you can see that here Akshat had shared a final year project experience which he had, and he has shared project aim as well along with this. And in his profile, I also saw a video demonstrating this project work he has achieved, right? So this is just the one of the example, but you can share your learning journey as post, and that will create engaging behavior with your connections. And on opposite of this, what you don't have to do is just don't scroll and uh, never engage, right? Passive browsing doesn't grow your career profile. LinkedIn's algorithm rewards those who create or comment on the other's post. For example, you haven't posted in 6 months or interacted with any post, and this doesn't work like that. What you can do to fix it is spend 5-10 minutes weekly liking posts, commenting with thoughtful responses, or sharing something which you have learned over these years in your university days. So this is the must thing which you should do, and not just scroll like we used to do, like these generations do on Instagram, right? So this is totally different from your social media profile. So you need to uh, get engagement over this software. Now, if we move to the fifth do's and don'ts, it says that you should connect with a personalized note, because a custom message shows you are intentional, not just adding randomly connection into your profile, right? And if I give you a real example, let's say if you want to have a connection with Rohan, so what you can say is, "Hi Rohan, I have noticed you are working in a MNC company, and I am really interested in analytics role. I am currently learning these and these softwares. I would love to connect and learn from your journey." And why this message works is show a common interest, respectful tone, and a reason to connect with that particular person, right? So how you can do is that this is very simple. While you click on connect button, you will a pop up. You will show a pop up with this message. Add a note to your invitation, and you just need to click on this button, add a note, and write a customized message over there. And against this, what you should not do and avoid using do is send blank request or job please. So I've seen many of the invitations which I get has a message like, "Sir, please give me a job," and the another most recent which I got is that, sir, would you please refer me on this and this organization? I have seen a job role. And this doesn't look good. And if I would be the one on the other hand, I would simply ignore the message. So instead of begging and building a report, just follow them, engage with the post, and then ask meaningful questions which make sense, right? So the main point is do not send without a customized message. Now, let us move to the sixth do's and don'ts. And what you can do on LinkedIn is showcase your projects, internships, or certifications. Adding projects or certification give recruiters proof of your skills. You can add them under the projects or experience section, which is there in the LinkedIn. And here you can see that example is the person is learning Six Sigma, and here he has showcased his certification. And this actually shows that how much you are serious about your career and what actually you are learning to grade up your skills. Now, on the other hand, what you should not do on LinkedIn is do not add fake internships or achievements, because fake content can be easily exposed and damages your credibility permanently. Uh, for example, claiming a position at a company that doesn't exist, or claiming a course you haven't completed a bit, right? So how to fix this fake internships or achievement is that be honest, and even if your experience is limited, you should say what you have actually done, right? It's okay to be a beginner, right? Engage by commenting on others post. And what it does is meaningful comments make your a name appear to more people on the LinkedIn and build visibility within your domain or industry, right? uh, Here you can see that Jessica has added a comment on the one of the person's posts, right? And here you can see that it has created an impression on the author, which has created a post, and he or she has replied to the particular comment which you have given, right? So it creates an impression, add value, shows what you are learning, and shows how much you are interested on others' achievements and what they are doing actually. And what you should not do against this is just argue, troll, or post negative stuffs like I observed people generally doing on Instagram in the comment section. So here you can see that one has commented that this has the funniest LinkedIn profile I have ever seen and whatnot. So this doesn't make any sense, and your activity is public in on the LinkedIn, and negativity reflects poorly and maybe even led to your profile being flagged, right? So what you can do is, if you disagree, say interesting point, I had a slightly different experience with XYZ, and you can put your point on that way. The next is follow the industry leaders and learn from them. This is actually a very key thing which one should take into the consideration while using LinkedIn. And following the right people keeps your feed valuable and teaches you industry trends. And why it works? This works because you stay updated and your feed becomes more meaningful while you scroll the LinkedIn post. And what you should not do is post irrelevant things, or post personal drama on the LinkedIn, like you do on the social media platforms. Now, with this, let's move to the ninth do's and don'ts, which says keep your profile updated. And this is very crucial thing to the LinkedIn users. Updating your profile every time you learn a new skill, complete a course, or take a new internship. And what you should not do against this do is go inactive for months. Dormant profile get fewer views. So you should stay consistent while using LinkedIn. No activity or updates in the past 8 to 6 months is a negative impact on the LinkedIn connections. So set a reminder if you forget to use LinkedIn, and to post an update or something, it would be, not frequently, but you can post once or every 2 weeks. Now, last but not the least, a tip, uh, that is do's and don'ts of while you use LinkedIn is ask for a genuine recommendation. This helps very much. Recommendations from mentors, professor, or project teammates validate your skills. And here you can see that in this example which I have given here, that this person has received 29 recommendations, and this is based on real project work this person has done. And this creates a very positive impact to the one who is visiting your profile. For example, if you ask your professor to get you a recommendation, so he or she can write that Apriya was very diligent and highly proactive uh, in her project works. She handled data analysis using Excel and communicated results confidently. So this will, create a positive impact. It's very specific, authentic, and build trust among your LinkedIn connections. And on this another part, what you should not do is don't ask stranger or don't add fake reviews. Asking someone who doesn't know you well and doesn't have work with you will lead to a vague or awkward responses. So how you can avoid this is ask only those who have seen your work, like your mentor, guide, or a team leader. Now with this, we have completed the 10 do's and don'ts while you use LinkedIn, and it can this software can literally opens the door to your first job if you use it smartly. To follow these do's and avoid these don'ts, which I have just shown you, and you will be ahead of 90% of the other freshers out there. And if you found this video very helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Let me know in the comment section what's your biggest struggle with the LinkedIn. See you in the next video. Till then, have a nice day.